Country music award shows are always fun to watch, particularly when power couples steal the show on the red carpet. Many of those relationships inspired some of country music's most loved songs. Even when their partners aren't celebrities in their own right, their love stories are absolutely unforgettable. Brad Paisley, for example, was inspired by his wife to write My Miracle, a song dedicated to her Kimberly Williams-Paisley. Equally, Miranda Lambert's Settling Down is the expression of love she feels for her husband, McLoughlin. Equally sweet is Blake Shelton's We Can Reach the Stars, a song dedicated to Gwen Stefani. These couples prove that their love is true, but the real love stories behind these hits are infinitely more interesting. Some were destined to be sharing sandbox love as kids, while others worked their magic in studios and turned those creative sessions into lifelong commitments. A few broke up before coming back around, proving, in the words of the wise Luke Combs, that some things just go better together and probably always will. Here are the sweet tales of how some of country music's most significant stars met their mates.
Before going any further, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We appreciate that so much.
1. Faith Hill and Tim McGraw. Few country music couples are more iconic than the on and off again relationship between Faith Hill and Tim McGraw, which first started in 1994. The very first time the two met was at some country music showcase for up-and-coming artists. However, it wasn't until Faith joined Tim's tour 2 years later that their romance finally began. The two surprised everyone as they married in October 1996 after a whirlwind romance. The two today are proud parents of 3 daughters, Gracie, Audrey, and Maggie. They even acted together as Margaret and James Dutton in 1883. 2. Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood. For starters, Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood met while recording a demo back in 1987. But it wasn't until 2002 that things between them got romantic. At the time they met, both of them were married to different people. Later, after divorcing their spouses, the two fell in love and eventually married in December 2005. The couple has no children together, but did raise Garth's 3 girls from his first marriage, Taylor, August, and Allie. 3. Shania Twain and Frederick Tiabo. After the highly publicized separation from her first husband, Robert Lang, Shania Twain again found love in the arms of Swiss businessman Frederick Tiabo. Well, the juicier tidbit is that Frederick's ex-wife used to be Shania's good friend till she came to know that Marie Anne had an alleged affair with Robert. Then, Shania and Frederick leaned on each other through hard times and married on New Year's Day in 2011. More than 10 years have passed since then. They are still going great guns. 4. Chris Stapleton and Morgane Stapleton. Chris Stapleton met Morgane Stapleton, née Hayes, while both were songwriters in Nashville back in 2003. They instantly clicked. 4 years later, they were married in October 2007. And now they are a family with 5 children. Waylon, Ada, Macon, Samuel, and another son, born in 2019, whose name has not been revealed. 5. Thomas Rhett and Lauren Akins. Thomas Rhett and Lauren Akins' love story began when they met in the 1st grade. They did date briefly during their teenage years, but then parted ways until they reunited at Lauren's sister's graduation party in 2011. By October of 2012, they were married. They are now parents of 4 daughters, Willa, Ada, Lennon, and Lily. 6. Kane Brown and Caitlin J. Brown. Kane Brown and Caitlin J. Brown met in 2015 when she attended one of his concerts. Jay at the time was based in Orlando, while Kane was based in Miami, which did not deter him as he pursued her. As their relationship grew stronger, he later tied the knot with Jay in October 2018, and they have 2 daughters, Kingsley and Cody. 7. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman are Australian stars that met for the first time in 2005 in Hollywood at a party honoring Australians in entertainment. Things between them moved pretty quickly, and the two tied the knot in June of 2006. They have been basically inseparable since then, raising 2 daughters, Sunday and Faith. Nicole has also had 2 children from her earlier marriage to Tom Cruise, Isabella, and Connor. 8. Luke Bryan and Caroline Boer. Luke Bryan and Caroline Boer started dating during college, but they did break up once. Luckily, they reconnected post-college, and in December 2006, they got married. The couple has two sons, Thomas and Tatum. In 2017, they decided to adopt their nephew and two nieces due to the sad demise of Luke's sister and brother-in-law. 9. Brad Paisley and Kimberly Williams-Paisley. The love story of Brad Paisley and Kimberly Williams-Paisley began before she even knew it. He fell in love with her in 1991 when he watched Father of the Bride. 10. Carrie Underwood and Mike Fisher. Carrie Underwood and Mike Fisher had their first date in 2008 when both were starting their careers. And boy, did the magic work. They got married in July 2010. More than a decade later, they have two sons, Isaiah and Jacob, to complete their family of 4. 11. Reba McIntyre and Rex Lynn. Reba McIntyre and Rex Lynn, who have been dating since January 2020, shared daily coffee camps. They even had cute nicknames for each other, Tater Tot and Sugar Tot. 12. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani started becoming friends back in 2014 when they were both coaches on The Voice. At that time, they were married to other people. After both filing for divorce in 2015, it brought them closer together. By late 2015, they were officially a couple, and in July 2021, they finally tied the knot. 13. Miranda Lambert and Brendan McLoughlin. Miranda Lambert had just begun her romance with Brendan McLoughlin, whom she met in 2018 when she took the Good Morning America stage with the Pistol Annies. Then, an NYPD officer, Brendan would become her hubby in January 2019. And over 3 years later, love is still in the air. 14. Jimmy Westbrook and Karen Fairchild. Little Big Town's Jimmy. Westbrook and Karen Fairchild didn't have romance on the brain. When their band formed back in 1998 at the time, Karen was married to someone else. The two eventually started dating after Karen divorced and tied the knot themselves in May 2006. They welcomed their son, Elijah, in 2010. 15. Dierks Bentley and Cassidy Black. Dierks Bentley and Cassidy Black were also high school sweethearts from Arizona. The on and off lovers dated for several years, then eloped in December of 2005. Presently, they have 3 kids together, Evelyn, Jordan, and Knox.